prompting does make a difference, but it's making much less of a difference than people think, right? I think it's interesting. There's a piece of science to back this up, that prompting can make a difference for the diversity of ideas, the range and scope of ideas that you get back, or how narrow you particularly want them. So that on the right-hand side here, and there's a link at the end for these slides with all the links. This is all prompting stuff. The first 3 articles in there are probably everything you need to know about prompting. There's a load of BS written about this, and it's just simply not true, right? AI is doing this more under the hood now, right? You don't notice it, but it's happening already, right? And if you don't know how to prompt it, ask GPT. It will explain to you how to give it better prompts, right? And I showed this to my friend, and I said, you can actually ask it how to talk to it better. And he was like, no, let me try that. And he was like, yeah, it did. It told me how to ask better questions, right? So it really does have answers for a lot of things. And I said to him, make it think like you're asking a genie for a wish, right? Spend time thinking carefully about what you're going to get if you ask for the wish, right? So think carefully, ask some good questions, think more about it, read what it says, think a bit more, ask more questions, and keep going round the circle, right? You don't need prompt engineering is not a job of the future, right? The end.
It's here right now. So if you were to extract that as a ChatGPT model yourself, what would you say the key features of a good prompter? I know I'm putting you on the spot.
I I think it's about structure and critical thinking, right? You know, you can ask a lazy offhand question, or you can put some more thought into it. I also think it's about iteration too. You should reflect on it. You should try and get it to give you another answer. And you need to check all the sources. If it gives you a white paper, don't just like trust it and reference it. You have to take it with a pinch of salt and be slightly skeptical. But there is a way of structuring prompts around roles, around explaining what kinds of outputs that you want, but also starting from a point of view where you ask it to explore the question with you. Rather than saying, I want this, you say, I have this problem. Let's talk about the problem and open it up and talk about the ways we might solve it. One of which might be the thing that you're doing, but you may find something else. So I think it's really about the quality of the questioning, and everybody's going to get that wrong, right? Does every prompt that I type into ChatGPT result in a genius? It's genius, amazing. No, it's like 5 or 6 times going, bloody hell, it doesn't get what I want, and trying it again, and then refining the prompt, and then finally you get to the end and you think that is genius, right? But there's been a lot of iteration and work up to that point. Yeah, you have to work at it, effort in, reward out.